Gants JAWN podcast, man. With my on the right of me, the lovely Tyra Jacklene in the building.
Thank you so much.
I'm glad. Listen, I had to bring her back because she was dropping some jewels on Facebook. So I said, "Yo, she got to come back and she got to finish this interview because I want to know about funding for businesses, especially all the entrepreneurs out there." Hey, listen, pick up some of these tips off this young lady here.
Shout out to the entrepreneurs out here.
Oh man, that's doing it. Yeah.
You know, since the pandemic, man, the entrepreneurship has been rising, and y'all know the biggest group of people who became entrepreneurs in the last couple of years.
Tell us who?
The ones that look just like me. These black women.
Oh man, you know what? Can I give him a hand clap for that? Can I give him a hand clap for that?
Shout out to y'all ladies. Shout out.
Hey, you know, because it seemed like when the pandemic hit, entrepreneurship just skyrocketed, just boomed.
Yeah.
You know, everybody working from home. So, hey, listen, make some money while you working from home. Get that passive income started, you know?
Some extra money while you home.
Yeah.
That's what everybody need, extra, right?
Hey, listen, you can always use that extra money.
Exactly.
So, Tyra, please tell everybody who you are.
Okay, y'all. So y'all know my moniker, Tyra Jacklene, straight from Philadelphia. I am a financial literacy. I done changed it from educator to enricher. Why? Because y'all know I want to enrich not just your minds, but your souls as well.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And I am a business consultant,
Yes.
specializing in financial literacy.
Yes.
And some of the two biggest things I do is personal and business credit.
You know, all right, now speaking of business, well, when you came here earlier, about a month ago, we talked about the personal finances and personal credit. So now I want to know about the business credit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So now tell us, straight to the point, how should I finance my business?
First of all, your personal credit need to be good. See, everything rises and falls on your personal credit, period. Okay.
Everything?
Everything. Your entire life, your entire adult life. Unless you got some type of platinum spoon, which means somebody, daddy or granddaddy already done paid the dues.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, it does revolve. It relies on your personal credit. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you get to a point in your business, in the higher tiers of business credit and corporate credit, before you get there, you're going to be doing something called a PG, which is a personal guarantee, meaning even though you get something with your EIN, which is basically the social security number of your business, you're going to be personally guaranteed, which basically means if I mess up over here on this business, even though that's not going to affect my personal credit, they could still come after me personally for it.
Okay.
So you're going to pretty much be doing that until you're in the higher tiers of corporate credit, and you're also your business is generating $5 million a year for approximately 5 years. So until then, you're going to be personally guaranteeing your business credit. But funding for your business comes in multiple forms, and I think when people hear funding, they automatically think a loan. No, funding comes, they're the grants, there are loans, all types of different loans. Credit cards are a big thing, business credit cards.
Yeah, okay. I was about to actually use personal credit cards.
And then you got things like merchant cash advances, which is just basically payday loans for businesses. There's so many different types of funding, and it comes in many forms. And whatever's right for you is what's right for you.
Oh, all right. So now, let's say I'm starting my business, or as a matter of fact, let's put the podcast. Let's put this podcast as my business. I want to use it as my business.
Okay.
What should be the first steps I take to start looking for funding? Should it be using my own personal finances or?
Well, if I was consulting with you about your business, the first thing I would say is just based on your business name, you would use this JAWN as the DBA, the doing business as.
Okay.
I would say get a more professional name for your business, but you can still market this JAWN, but that would be the doing business as, because you got to remember when you're going to want to do business with multi-million and multi billion companies.
Okay.
Talking about these banks, talking about that big boy American Express and all that good stuff. And you want them to be looking at you crazy like this JAWN, like what? This guy's a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
So this JAWN would be you're doing business as your DBA. I mean, you can have I mean, it could still be. I'm not going to say your real name on here, but let's just say Los the Dark Gable is your real name. So you can have Los the Dark Gable LLC, but doing business as this JAWN because you always want to be taken seriously. We talking about business, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They might not see your face, which I'm going to get to that too. Even if they're not seeing your face, no matter what, when it comes to that paper, everything got to be right on that paper.
And it gotta look good. You gotta look professional. You
gotta look good, period, on that paper. And unfortunately, that is where a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners mess up when it comes to building up their businesses and their business credit to get business funding. Yeah, they mess up like that. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, it's you can always come back from it for the most part. Just you gotta go back and do it the right way. You might gotta fix a few things, but it's all good. Just time and patience, man.
Like a learning experience.
There you go. Time, patience, some diligence and consistency.
All right, cool. Now let's discuss potential sources of income. Mm-hmm. How many potential sources of income are there?
That's a tricky question because you can. All right. So whatever, of course, you're going to want to make money in what your business is for. But there's other ways to fund your business as well. Let's say, for instance, one popular, and some people out here, they're going to know what I'm talking about. Two popular tier one business credit vendors. One of the things that they do that's real popular are t-shirts. So let's say you want to represent this JAWN or whatever, mm-hmm. and then you see people. We from Philly, so you see a couple of chicks be like, "Hold on, I like that t-shirt. Yeah, I want that this JAWN t-shirt." So this is what you're gonna do. So you building up your business credit. You're gonna get this JAWN and all this printed on your t-shirts. You're gonna purchase that from the vendor, and then you're gonna resell it, and you're gonna make your profit. You're going to pay them. Of course, you're going to charge more because you're making your profit and you're building your business credit at the same time. That's one way to make money while building your business credit. See, one thing people need to understand when it comes to building a business credit, you have to spend money. You heard it takes money to make money. You have to spend money, and business credit only reports to the business credit bureaus or business credit reporting agencies when you use it. So, yeah.
Now, you know what? What you say? Scared money don't make no money.
Nah.
Well, you mentioned business credit reporting agency.
Yes.
I did not know they even had business reporting credit. Well, business credit reporting agencies.
Oh, yeah. So the business credit reporting agencies are Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax Business, and then is Experian Business, and then the fourth one is Credit Safe. And a lot of people don't know that Credit Safe actually is the biggest one because they're international and one of the oldest ones. But D&B, Dun & Bradstreet, is the oldest one in America. But those are the four major ones. There's also minor business credit reporting agencies, just like with personal. Yeah. And then some of the same companies that's involved with the personal credit they also got business divisions as well, like LexisNexis. They also have a kind of like a business division, and there's some other ones. Is think of the acronyms. Is SBSS, there's SBFE. SBSS is for folks that are looking to get like SBA loans and stuff, and then there's SBFE, the Small Business Financial Exchange. So that's another strategy when you are picking who you're going to use as your vendors, as to who they're reporting to as well. Hey, look, Reeston joint.
There we go. My man. So now, should I transfer my personal money, personal assets into my business?
That's the goal.
That's the goal?
That's the goal. Eventually, yes. That's the goal.
Because I've always thought that you should always keep your personal assets, your personal money away from your business.
Well, so I think what you're speaking about is what we call commingling.
Okay.
And commingling is when you are mixing your personal funds and your business funds. And when I first got into business funding, I found a lot of people are doing that, where they have their business, but they are taking all that money and they're putting it in their regular personal checking account. You should never do that. So I feel like that's what you're speaking about. Yes. But when it comes to your actual assets, the goal is to get it in your business name. I think the last time I was here, I said, you're supposed to, own nothing and control everything. You own nothing because none of it is in your personal name, but you're controlling it because it's still your asset attached to your business.
Now, does that protect you from any type of liability?
That depends on how you are structuring your business. The one thing that, in my opinion, I feel nobody should do is do a sole proprietorship, because you are the face of everything. Your sole proprietorship is pretty much you with an EIN. That's it. And I'm not an accountant. Got to get the disclaimers. Not an accountant, not a CPA. But a lot of people, the most popular one is a LLC, limited liability and company. Mm-hmm. And what that does is help separate you from your business. So in the event that somebody does sue, they're going to sue the Dark Gable, and not you. Not
me personally.
Yes. So say, let's say your primary residence. All right. So that's in your name. Let's say you got something else, some other type of property in your LLC. So when they sue you, that what you got in your LLC may be up for grabs, but not what you got not over here personally.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So sole proprietary
is a no-go. That's a no.
LLC, yes.
Yes. that's normally where it starts. Yes.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, is it good practice to maintain outside income?
Yes, always. Multiple streams of income. They said the average millionaire has 7. So why don't you?
You heard the woman.
That's the goal.
You heard the woman.
Multiple, and I don't care how you do it, as long as it's legal and you ain't hurting nobody.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, it can be legal, but we ain't saying nothing.
That's your business.
That's your business. That's your business. Mm-hmm. So now, is requesting credit lines from your credit cards, well, let's say your personal credit cards, is that a good business strategy?
Yes. So what you're speaking of is relationships. So not only do life rise and falls on your personal credit, it also rises and falls on your personal, on relationships, period. You've heard the term, your net worth is your net worth. Mm-hmm. So it's not, what you want to do is, one of the practices with getting funding in whatever form you're going to get is pretty much starting where you're already banking. Mm-hmm. You already established a relationship. They already know
that's your bank.
Yeah, that's your bank. Yep, exactly. That you starting where you bank, then moving on to credit unions and like regional banks and stuff like that.
Now you mentioned about your banks. Now let's talk about the risk factors of banks and supplying small businesses with loans. Is it risk? I know it's risky for them, but are they like, oh, well, we really don't have that type of history with you?
Okay. You all right. So you gotta be careful how you do those type of plays. It depends on, and that actually starts with how you're actually structuring your business. A lot of people shoot themselves in the foot just by the name of their business. And let me explain that. So anything that is of a cash type business or a financial type businesses, banks don't like it at all. So for example, one of the things I do is credit.
Okay.
No, my business does not say Tyra Credit Lady. No. So the name of my business is Belly Enterprises, which is just basically a combination of my middle name and my daughter's first name. They're like, well, you can't tell what Belly Enterprises is because it's a kind of like a general name. Yes, and the thing about it is, when you're walking into those banks, you walk to, if I walk into PNC as Tyra Credit Lady, I'm already been judged before I even sit down.
Because they see the name and they
saw the name and they don't like it. So here's a gem for y'all. Anything that's in the financial industry, if you do credit, if you do insurance, if you do real estate, if you do trucking, they're all considered high risk industries. And today I actually I dropped a gem in my group today. I said the description that's in your bio, if you got the name like on Facebook, you can, how to say, profile, content creator and all that stuff, and you can put something like what you do.
Yeah.
And if you put Tyra Credit Lady like that, some banks do check, believe it or not, they check your social media as well. So if you sitting there, so if I was sitting there on my homepage as Tyra Credit Lady, they're like, oh no, bye-bye. And actually, it did happen to me before I was educated at all about this, where the first place I went was Navy Federal. Everybody wants Navy Federal. And they went to my Facebook page and they said, oh, it says you do credit. And I was like, yeah, but no, we don't. No, they wouldn't even give me a business checking account. I wasn't even asking them for any money.
Now, is it because you know about the laws? You know so much about financial institutions. They didn't want to give you the money?
No, they didn't want to give me the money because credit repair is a high risk industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah, anything financial. Capital and credit repair and insurance, yeah, they don't like it. Trucking, you can't even have that stuff in your name, not in the name that you're getting funded in. Now, you can put that type of name in your DBA. You're doing business as, you can do that, but you can't get credit and funding in the DBA. It has to be in that whatever that parent company name is, right? So yeah,
and it's almost similar. I mean, because a couple of years ago, I had started my own mentorship program, my own provider. So I had funding through Philadelphia as well as Delaware. And, you know, I still have my LLC, and, you know, it's the Cheyenne agency. Up under that, I wound up opening up a record label.
Right.
And I wound up putting this in there.
Okay.
So was that wise? Because I didn't know what I was doing at the time.
right. You know right. A lot of times we do it the wrong way first.
I'm stumbling all over.
I made a lot of mistakes, spent a lot of money. I gave somebody some money to help me do this, and, you know, I didn't get no guidance. So, and that's another reason why I do what I do, because I want to save y'all some money and some time.
Yes, you hear that.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, hear that. So now, do banks give out loans to start a business, or you already got to come in, have your business plan, everything laid out? When
it comes to traditional banks, typically no.
Really? But yet they advertise that all over.
Man, you got to have like 3 years of tax return, a business plan, got to be there. There's a lot of things you got to bring to the table with a traditional bank. And that's why 80% of business owners can't get funded. Even if it's not even a startup company, man, you can be making a whole lot of money and they'll still turn you down. And I was about to ask, suppose you just making a boatload of money. Nope. And you banking with that bank. You could be making a shitload of money, is in that money, and they will, if you got a 560 credit score, they gonna turn you down. So this is how you remedy that. We got these things out here called fintech banks. That some of those banks, they will fund you based on how much money you making. Some will fund you just based on if you got that bomb personal credit score. Did y'all hear that? Okay. So yeah, or a little bit of both. So yeah, definitely. So yeah, traditional banks is normally not the route to go. Not in the beginning. But see, that's the purpose of my program as well, to get you to the right place where you can maybe go ahead to the traditional banks and get yourself some funding. But you're speaking in a long way. So there are some other ways out here you can start with a new LLC, but if once again it falls back on your personal credit. So let's just say I go to Bank of America and I got an 800 credit score. No. Let me stop saying 800, because only 1% of the country has a 800 credit score. I got a 700 credit score. Okay. And I already established a personal account with them and started a business account with them. I got this 700, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I want to apply for this business credit card with you guys. Credit cards are a form of funding, because you still can purchase things with it. You can also liquidate it for cash. Based on the fact that I have a good credit score, they gonna give me some money. Because your credit score is good. Now, there's a second part to that though. Well, I also need people to understand too, what's as important is your credit profile, your credit report. It need to be clean. Okay? Crystal. Just about, man. And what that means is you got not having multiple names on your credit report, not having a bunch of old addresses, not a bunch of old phone numbers, no collections, no charge-offs, not a bunch of inquiries. Good, let me tell y'all something. Banks don't like to see more than 3 inquiries in a 90-day period as well. So don't be running around all rampant just applying for stuff.
They don't. No, this can't. They don't want you thirsty.
Yeah, thirsty.
No thirsty.
That is the word. But guess what, y'all? You can get inquiries off too. Y'all need help? Hit me up. Get them inquiries off.
She's the one right here. She's the one right here. I love this lady right here.
Thank you.
So now, I'm gonna do a hypothetical.
Okay.
I made $1 million this year.
Yes.
And I want to go to hey, listen, I made this much right here. Can I borrow $1 million? Can you borrow on that? If I put my $1 million I just made this year into my bank, you know what I mean, can I get a loan for $1 million?
I'm not going to necessarily say you can get the loan for the $1 million, but if you go into a bank that's relying on your actual income, which and you can prove it, they're going to give you some money. But that depends on the bank too. And let me ask you this: what that credit looking like? Because they still listen. Okay. Like, people need to understand. Like, they used to say, cash is king. Cash is not king, y'all. Credit is. Credit is your character. It allows you to do so much more. The purpose of credit is to leverage other people's money so you can make more money off of it. That's the play, man. That is the play.
Oh man, listen, say it again. Say it again for the people in the back row.
The whole job of credit, personal and business. And let me tell y'all, business credit is where it's at. Okay? Stop affecting your personal credit. You can alleviate your personal credit with the business credit. So listen, the business credit is where you want to be. Trust me when I tell you. But yeah, the whole purpose of credit is to leverage other people's money and to make more money off it for yourself. So stop swiping your personal credit cards. Let's get your credit together so we get some business credit up in there.
So now, a young entrepreneur, when should this young entrepreneur start looking at banks or credit unions to really start pushing out their small business? Is there a timeline for that? Now,
when you say young entrepreneur, are you talking about their age or are you talking about their business being young?
Their business being young.
Yeah, even still, man, because you can still go to the banks and get what's the no doc funding.
Okay.
But what that personal credit do? That's where
it all falls upon that personal credit.
Rises and falls, man. People don't get it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it through y'all noggins.
So what she's saying is make sure you have that personal credit cleaned up.
Get it right, y'all. Yeah. Get it right. Get it tight. That personal credit guy. And the bottom number is only 680. But you'll be surprised how many people don't have a 680 FICO score. But of course, the higher the better. Like, you want the best family of credit cards to have is American Express. So American Express really wants 720, but they'll do a 700 too. You got 700 and you making enough money because they do ask how much money you making too. They'll give you some credit.
They'll give you a little credit.
Oh yeah. And it's what y'all need to understand is on your personal side, I'm gonna tell you how important another reason why your personal credit is so important. The reason being is when they look at your personal side, see what you got going over there. They looking to see, how long you've had your accounts, how many credit cards are you managing over there, what type of, there's 2 type of accounts when it comes to credit, your personal and the revolving. So installment and revolving. Installment are like different types of loans. Car loan, mortgage, loans that got the same amount of payment each month. Revolving are your credit cards. So don't think you want to go to American Express and get 20 grand when you a 40-year-old with just a $1,000 limit credit card. No, because they do this thing called credit matching, or you might hear it called like kind funding, something that. They might you'll get like a multiple of what you got over there. So say if you only got 1,000 over here, you might get 2,000 or 3,000 on your business credit. But that's why it's important to strengthen your credit profile. So that's all a part of strengthening that personal credit profile.
Yeah. So it seems like the smart thing to do is to make sure you have your personal credit in line before you started your business.
Correct.
Oh.
Here's my you can kind of do some things in the beginning simultaneously.
Okay.
But they ain't nobody looking to give you money with no 500 credit score. Like I really need y'all to work on y'all personal
even
credit.
If I'm bringing a boatload of, I'm like, listen, my small business is booming.
It can be booming. So then with that type of thing, then you would need to deal with a bank that's going to go off your revenue and they still what's going to be decided with your personal credit is those terms, them interest rates and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Or you might have to get a different type of funding because your credit is so bad. So yeah, you always want to put yourself in the best position, meaning i.e. fix that personal credit.
And who can fix it?
Miss Jacklene over here.
Oh, you heard the woman. Hey, listen, if you join us on Facebook, man, come on over to YouTube, man. Make sure you sit in on this.
Yes.
You know
I'll
what I mean?
I'm going to drop the links from Mr. Gable's YouTube channel over here. If y'all not on my YouTube channel, I do need to get my YouTube numbers up. So I'm going to be inserting that link as well. Y'all know.
Listen, I told her to give me them links so I can share it. Yes. You know what I mean? We can get it out there.
Yes.
Get that credit straight.
We need this. We need to get this information.
Yes. And and I believe we talked about this the last time you was here. I took advantage of my credit when you're young. Because again, they don't teach about credit when we was in school. You ain't know about credit till you left high school and then you went to, you're like, oh Lord. And you just completely destroyed it. Yeah.
Or in college where they like, yeah, come over here, get a couple of free slices of pizza. Well, what I need to do to get some free slices of pizza? Yeah. Oh, just fill out this credit card application. Okay.
They hit you as soon as you get to a department store.
No, man, not even that. You just walk. You walking past, I swear to God. I remember when in undergrad, just walking past, the pizza shop right across the street from one of the buildings on campus. Hey, come over here, fill this out, get a free t-shirt. Okay.
Yep.
And it's not like any of my parents could have taught me because they ain't know no better. They ain't know nothing either. So.
And that's it. Hey, look, now I'm playing catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still playing. I mean, because I pretty much, I don't want to touch my credit until this thing that I enjoy doing start taking off. Then I'm like, I'm on it.
Are you talking about personal or are you talking about business?
Well, we got to use a little bit of personal to kick off the business, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah. That's it.
But if if your personal is popping over there, you can start. It's never too early to start your business credit unless your personal credit is that screwed up. It's never too early to start your business credit because that takes a little time to build.
All right. Well, then let me ask you this. How much debt is okay for a small business?
That's too subjective to answer.
I can't trick you into that right there?
Nah, come on now. Think I've been up since like 5 something this morning.
Let me reframe it. So now, how do they judge the I believe you got to help me out with this, spending to credit ratio thing?
So you're talking about debt to income ratio.
Debt to income ratio. That's it.
All right.
That's it. It was on my tongue. I had to get it out.
Yeah. Now, when you're talking about debt to income ratio, what they want to look at is how you're managing it on your personal side. Utilization. Okay.
Yes.
How your credit utilization. And remember, when it comes, and if I didn't say this the last time I was here, or for those of you who are not familiar with me, on the personal side, utilization, the magic number, and this is actually not the magic number, but the reason why I said the magic number is people think that's what it is, which is 30%, and that is incorrect. When it comes to actual credit utilization, the banks like to see you under 10%, not 30%. So that's personal side. So when you're looking to get some type of funding on the business side, and you're going straight to the, so say you're going straight to the banks, looking at they looking at how you, they looking at you, man. Your credit is your character, because how you do it over there, you're gonna do the same thing over here.
They're like, if you slow paying them, I know you're gonna be slow paying us.
So they looking over here like, they won't look, but they're gonna look at your overall utilization and the individual utilization. So say I'm applying for a business credit card over here, so the bank is gonna look at what you're doing over here on your personal side, because you got your overall utilization, which is the sum of all of your balances compared to the sum of all your limits. And so they're going to look at that, and then they're going to look at each card, each credit card, each account individually. Okay, because you can make your overall utilization look really good, but you can have 3 credit cards. One is really high, one is medium, and one is low. But because the way you're doing it, the way it's going on, it looks like under that 30 because of that. But they're going to look at each one. They're like, hold on, your limit on this one is 5,000, but you have 4,900. This one you got 0, and this one you had $3,000. That's still not a good look for the individual basis. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, I do.
Do y'all understand? That's the question.
Well, listen, I hope they do. If they don't, we gotta drop your link so that they can contact you.
So somebody asked me, what is my channel about? It's financial literacy. Okay, that's what I do.
Yes, and she's very good.
Thank you.
Let me go over here. She's very good.
Can they see you? Can they see you?
They can see me.
Okay, that's what's right.
All right. So now then, it sounds like well, you know what? We talked about this in the previous interview. So I got a missed payment. How long would it take for that missed payment to drop off my credit report?
Okay, first and foremost, don't miss any payments.
I mean, things happen.
Sugar honey iced tea happens, yes, but don't miss any payments. And you do that by putting your minimum payment on auto pay. That way you won't miss any payments. Please put all your minimum payments on auto pay, please. Because that is one of the number one things.
Oh man,
that's going to jack your credit score up.
Wait a minute.
One missed payment, man, is gonna drop your credit score 50 points, man. Come on. And it take 9 months to recover. And it also undoes 3 on-time payments. So imagine having 1, 2, 3. Do the math how long it takes to recover from that, y'all.
Wait a minute, I'm so stuck on what you just said.
Okay.
So wait a minute. Are you telling me that even though I can't pay the entire balance, auto pay a minimum payment?
At least auto pay the minimum payment on everything.
Oh my God.
At the least. That's keep it. So the biggest chunk of your FICO score is 35%, which is payment history. Just put those minimum payments on auto pay and then come back and pay some more later. Just that alone will keep that 35% intact. That's a big chunk. 35%.
35%.
Yes. Do the math. What's eight? Somebody do 35% of 850. Because that's the best credit score you can have.
You know what? Listen, if y'all don't hire this lady by now, something wrong. The auto pay? So can you imagine auto pay in $25? I can't make that $200 payment. I'm going to auto pay at least $25.
And then on the next paycheck, make that $200 payment, please. Let's decrease that interest. Let's decrease that principal.
So now it seems like if you have the ability, is it wise to bypass the traditional bank for your business funding?
You can, depending on your situation. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You most certainly can.
Okay.
A lot of people do because it's hard to get funding from traditional banks. I mean, like I said, funding come in different forms, but a lot of times people think of funding, they're thinking about loans. So, and 80% of business owners can't get loans from the bank. So that's why we got these fintech banks out here nowadays, and they compete just so they can compete with the big boys. I mean, don't get me wrong, they not as big as Bank of America. That's probably like the biggest one in the country. Bank of America probably is the biggest one in the country, but do yourself a favor and go with the fintech banks. Do yourself a favor and go to your credit union. Do yourself a favor and go to a regional bank.
And I'm gonna tell you, I was shocked the first time I actually borrowed from my credit union, because I've been in my credit union for over 10 years. And I borrowed from my credit union to start the mentoring program.
Yes. And
you know, what's great? I said, let me fill out this application online. And that thing came back. You know what? They called me and they approved. I was like, oh my God.
Look at God.
I was like, how much?
Right. I was
like, oh, okay. And it was, first I was shocked.
Right.
You know what I mean? Look, I still was.
All they can say is no. Just go ahead and do it.
Yeah, they was. Well, we got to come in and sign the papers. I went and signed the papers, man. They gave me that check. Thank you kindly.
Exactly.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. And listen, all they can say is no. That's all they can say is no. So now, does does the U.S. government or our state, Pennsylvania, offer some sort of grants or let's say I don't want to say loans because you got to pay loans back.
Well, yeah, SBA, but that's federal. That's federal. But yeah.
Do they offer that for small businesses?
Yes. It's different types of loans that come straight from the SBA. But your sugar honey iced tea got to be on point. Yeah. But yeah. You could get grants. There's all types of grants. There's general grants. There's grants for specific types of businesses. There's grants for specific type of business owners. For example, the women specifically for women, or specifically for blacks, specifically African, specifically for that industry. So yeah, grants are a lot of work, but they're worth it. Because once you get one grant, it is easier to, they call it the waterfall effect. Once you get one grant, it's actually easier to get more. But your sugar honey iced tea got to be on point. And I'm talking about your I's got to be double dotted and your T's got to be double crossed. But it is so worth it.
Oh, and you help your clients out with
that. Grants is not my specialty. However, do I give like tips and pointers on what you can do to help yourself? Yes, but I'm not a grant writer. That's not my thing. You know, you can seek somebody out, but for that's not my thing. But yeah, I do give information on it because I want the public to be educated on it, and then they need to know it's not impossible. And one thing that people they do too often, and it hurts my heart, they just give up. They just give up on themselves and just give up. And I'm just like, please stop giving up, because that's what the system wants us to do. Please stop. Just keep going. Yeah. And you pray about everything else.
You might as well pray about that money.
You got faith business. For real? Have faith in yourself. The purpose of you being an entrepreneur or a business owner is to change lives, solve problems, and to be generational curse breakers. You can't be none of that if you keep giving up.
And it seems like a lot of, because I know a lot of friends, they'll start their business, t-shirt business or clothing line, and then a year later you like, well, what's going on with your business? Well, why you stop? It seems like they just give up when it gets tough.
Yep. Give up too early and too easy, impatient, all that stuff. Nothing comes to you that's worth it. It don't ever come easily. It really does not. You gotta work for it, and you gotta work for it, and you gotta work for it, especially as a business owner, man. And at the end of the day, once you do get there, when you see yourself making that progress, you know how happy you're going to be. Like how many people hate what they do for a living. And my advice for that is, on the side, do something that you love, because that's going to help alleviate that despise or that dismay you have for that reason why you getting up for that 9 to 5 or that 7 to 3 or 8 to 4 every morning, man. Do on the side what you love, because you need to get some content somewhere, because I know for a lot of people, where they going to get their paycheck ain't it. You doing it because you have to. I understand. I'll never say no. Just stop your job. No, I'm not saying that. Nope. Because guess what? Let me let y'all in a little secret. For those of you who do have jobs, especially if you got some time in, y'all look more stable than a business owner. For real. Yeah, because you got guaranteed money
coming in. Yes.
That money's pretty much guaranteed, right? So yeah, but yeah. So keep with your job, but do what you love on the side, man. Just do it, man.
I know it's so funny that you mentioned that. Because I love to do this.
Yes.
I have my regular job.
Yes.
My and 9
you out here making a difference. I love it. Social work, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
Of course, it has its challenges. But I love to do it. And also I love to do this.
Yes.
And for doing this podcast, I don't even look at it as a money. Listen, I don't make no money off this thing here.
You could, though.
Truth be told, but I just love to do it.
You just love to, but there's nothing wrong with that. Can you monetize this? Yes, you can.
And I will be looking into that.
Yeah, please do.
But just having my friends come over and we just sit down, chop it up. dropping some tips,
Right.
you know, financial tips, credit tips.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? She's the plug right here.
PLU.
So listen, you know what we do when I do my interviews. You know, it's that time. We do our true and false.
All right, let's go.
You know, can I hit you with it? You ready?
I ain't got my boxing gloves on, but I am North Philly certified. So
North Philly certified?
I'm good.
Oh, that means you ain't nothing to play with. All right, my first true and false question. Number one. Does competing businesses hurt the consumer?
No, this is America, man. We in the world of enterprises. Because what's right for one person might not be right for the other person. So,
okay.
No, never.
All right. So I'm almost like a plus. Because then they start price gouging, start lowering prices.
Not like just that though, because this company service might be best for servicing your needs than the company over here. So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay. All right. My man El Plaga O's in the building. Listen, you know, between Plag and Reese over there, you know what I mean, stalking we see y'all. We see y'all. We see y'all.
See, my people can't hear, but he's playing Rockwell. So,
you know what I mean? Hold on, wait, man. For
those of y'all not old enough to know who Rockwell is,
they don't know.
Somebody's watching me.
You know what I mean? You should know.
With Mike in the background on the vocals.
Hey, you know what's crazy? I did not know that was Mike back. You know, yeah, but man, you never too old to learn.
Right.
All right. Second true or false. Now, many successful entrepreneurs, do they work in related businesses before starting their own business?
Okay, so I think what happens with a lot of entrepreneurs, they start out with one thing and they've pretty much figure out, well, this is related, so I'm gonna do this too, or this is advantageous for the community, or I see a need here as well, so I'm gonna start doing it like that. So what happens is when you are in different sectors around different people, your awareness increases. So your eyes get open a different way, basically. So you're gonna start adding on other things and doing other stuff.
Advantageous to actually,
yes, because a lot of stuff, like I'm in the financial sector, so credit extend, because the same people who need their credit fixed a lot of times are the people who get those big tax refunds. So guess what? So that's why you got a lot of people that do credit. They also they do taxes, or and those same people that's getting tax refunds. Oh, I need insurance. I need some life insurance. Oh, you got a $10,000 tax return? Cool. Give me $3,000 of that, and that can pay your life insurance premiums for the entire year. Okay, so that's pretty much how it goes. When you got, or people that's in real estate, they also they might also be involved in credit, or they might also be real estate investors. Like, where the need is, that's where you go. Like, when you're solving problems, you can solve another problem and it's related already to what I'm doing, and I can make some money over here too. Okay. Okay. All right. True or false question number 3. Okay.
Before starting your own business or your own entrepreneurship, is it best to do market research?
Yes, I would say yes. When I first got into this space, there's no secret that everybody needs financial literacy and credit. First of all, financial literacy is for everybody, first and foremost. Let's get that straight. But credit, and me being a brown girl, black girl, unfortunately, we have the people that look like us have the lowest credit scores in the country. I also have background in real estate. I was a realtor for a few years, a while ago. So we all know that people need to get, before you can purchase a home, you got to get your credit straight. So this for me was a no-brainer. But market research is great. Do your due diligence as usual. Yes.
Yeah.
But something
out
like
there
this,
just throwing your hat in the wind.
But something like this is something that's always going to be around. So
now it's so funny you mentioned, before I even go to the next question. I like what you just said when you just dropped that nugget on us about our people.
Yeah.
Black and brown having some of the lowest credit scores in the nation.
Yes.
I mean, why do you think that is?
Diseducation, miseducation, no education. Because their parents ain't know no better. Their parents ain't know they better. They all they know is go to school, get a job, pay your bills. But see, as y'all know, your job's only, for the most part, only paying bills.
Paycheck to paycheck.
80% of the country lives paycheck to paycheck, or paycheck, and some people live paycheck to paycheck. Like, they get paid on Friday, they already broke by Saturday because they done paid all their bills.
Now, do you feel though that big businesses and corporations want to keep us, well, they don't want us to be entrepreneurs? Do you think that hurt the country?
Let me take that a step further. It ain't that they don't want us to be entrepreneurs. They want to keep us as a financial underclass. Mm-hmm. And guess what? They actually need that to happen in order for the economy to keep going. Because when it comes to finances, is really your relationship with your finances. Like, you got people, they got 500 credit scores, but they got big screen TVs in their house.
Yeah.
Or who you think buy the most Jordans in this country?
I was about to say something about Jordans. Okay. I think black people. Mm-hmm. I think our people.
Mm-hmm. It ain't no think. I think black people spent about $2 billion last year on Jordans.
Just on Jordans.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at some stats yesterday that said now that we have very large and high buying power as a collective. So it said that by 2024, the black dollar is set to be at 1.8 trillion with a T. But why y'all got Jordans and 500 credit scores? It makes no sense. But all right, looking fly.
Yeah.
We want to look fly. That's spiritual, 100%. Please understand that. We want to look good as a people. Everything look good on us. Come on now, let's be for real.
Oh yeah, okay. No, we got that. We got that.
Let me pop that collar. Everything on us look good. Let's not make any mistakes about that. And we
wear it well.
Our culture is set throughout the whole world. We set culture. We set the standards for culture for the entire world. But we are the most financially illiterate.
Now, I mean, as far as like the GDA, we can put a dent into the economy.
Oh yeah.
If we
why you think they destroyed our Black Wall Street in Tulsa? Because they know when we came together and pulled our resources together and just dealt with us and nobody else, their economy started collapsing. So they, what they do, they went and bombed it and killed I don't know how many people. But our buying power is great. And like, we just got to be smarter with our money. Period. Which just means we just need to improve the relationships, and it doesn't stop there. Because like you hear how you do one thing is how you do everything. So think about it. You got bad relationships with your money. You probably a lot of times going to have bad relationships with other people. Probably maybe your significant other if you have one. Think about it. It's a whole domino effect. Like I said, the bad credit cycle.
Yes, because I say your money ain't right. I'm sure your household's not right.
Nah, it's not.
Because you're arguing, you're fighting over money.
The number one reason for divorce.
Number one? You say cheat number two?
Cheating probably is number two. Yeah. Because
definitely money.
Let's be for real. A man that got a whole lot of money, he probably might have a couple of women, and they know what's going on. But because he got that money, he keeping me happy. I can go do what I want with my money, blah, 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 blah. You got a couple of women or something. Got Hugh Hefner going on all that stuff. But you can't be broke and be Hugh Hefner. Let's just be for real.
It doesn't work.
And it ain't even about, and what I need y'all men to understand, that's not even about being shallow. Unfortunately, even though we talk about Maslow lowest scale of needs, like you in social work, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Money provides security. So it ain't about a woman being a gold digger or something. It's your money helps me feel kind of safe at the end of the day.
Yes, because she knows she got a roof over her head.
You got a roof over her head.
The children going to be fed.
Our children going to be cool. I'm going to have a nice car to drive them in. That part of my life is stable, even though you might be sleeping with other women, but because you got the money, at least I know I'm gonna be good over here. Yeah. Not to say that's something to sustain, but let's be for real.
It's truthful. Yeah, it's truthful.
Yeah, let's be honest.
I have heard many women say, "Listen, as long as he don't bring no baby home."
Yeah.
I talk to a lot of women dealing with my profession.
Right. Or bring her to my house or something like that. Yeah.
Yes. As long as you're not going to disrespect me in front of my face.
Not in front of my face. Yeah. Not all out in the open, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
it's true.
It's the truth. It's true. So let's go to question number 4.
Okay.
So is it a major disadvantage of owning sole proprietorship?
Yes.
Because of the limited liability?
So that's kind of back. That's like an oxymoron, what you just said.
Oh, okay.
So sole proprietorship, you are the business, you are the face, you are everything. It's just pretty much you with an EIN. Don't do sole proprietorships, y'all.
And she explained that earlier in the hour.
Just go with your LLC.
See, you know,
Consult your accountant. Excuse me.
so you pretty much you want to hire an accountant. If you're making a little bit of money, hire an
so
accountant.
let me tell y'all. So there's a whole. So you gotta have a squad. When you're a business owner, you need to have a squad. Here's your. So it's gonna be you, whoever else you partner with. If you're partnering with anybody, but your squad is gonna be your CPA or accountant, your attorney, or whatever type of legal representation you have, your coach and your mentor. That's your squad as a business owner.
You heard it, lady. And listen, if you're watching over Facebook, come on, jump on over on YouTube. Get the full effect of this interview with Miss Tyra Jacklene. You know, she's dropping those business tips, those credit tips, those financial tips.
Yeah,
she just dropping them nuggets on us.
And when I tell y'all that rabbit hole gets so deep when it comes to this stuff.
You know, man, I'm gonna tell you. Listen, I'm gonna tell you. It's mesmerizing because a lot of things I didn't know. Because again, it wasn't taught to us.
Right.
You know, when you come out of school,
that's by design. Let's not
we ain't gonna
not
sugarcoat
get
that
that
shit.
screwed up. That is by design. They need a class of working people so they can stay rich.
Yeah. See, you say sugar honey iced tea. I say shit.
Oh, I'll say shit, but you know, I love saying sugar honey iced tea because I know it's like from the 90s and stuff. Like sometimes people are like, "Oh, you really that? Oh, yeah, I am." Like, I'm that young.
Yeah.
Let's not get that twisted.
Yeah. And I'm only 25, so
every once in a while I say something. They be like, people be looking at me like, "Oh no, that's just stuff we used to say back in the 90s."
Last true and false question. An advantage of owning a partnership is that banks are more often to lend money to partnerships than to sole proprietorships. True or false?
All right, that's those sole proprietorships out the window. Oh, yeah, that's subjective to the bank as well, and that's why those fintech banks are so awesome too.
Wow. Okay.
But then again, for you as a LLC company, even as a single member LLC. So I will say this though, technically, as if you're a single member LLC, you kind of looked at as a sole proprietorship. That's for tax purposes.
Okay.
But even as a single member LLC, if that personal credit is off the chain, you can get yourself some money.
All right. Now I want to go back to the partnership thing. All right. So I have a business partner, and we want to go to a traditional bank, or a what's a fintech? Fintech bank. Are they looking at both our credits, or the person who originally started the business?
Well, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do?
Get funding, boost my business, or to boost our business.
To
we got a
boost your
partnership.
business.
Yes.
And who's applying? Whose name is on the application? Both your name. So if both your names on the application, they're looking at both of us.
Now, would they look at a silent partner? It's still just they're looking at me. Period. Even though I may have a silent partner who has the financial resources to slide me money every now and then.
And when you say silent partner, you talking about somebody who's not on the paperwork, right?
Yes. you know, yeah, silent.
Well, if they silent, they got to stay silent. Don't put them on no paper.
Nope. Yeah. Yeah, you may have that neighborhood drug dealer that may want to slide you a couple of dollars,
Hey,
make sure, he over there like this. What you need?
Hey.
But I need to get it legal.
You got to do what you got to do.
Hey, but now, can you offer some words of encouragement to some of our entrepreneurs? And when I say young entrepreneurs, I don't mean young in age. I mean young as far as starting your business.
Okay. Some words of encouragement. First and foremost, if you got the idea, if it's on your heart, if it's resting in your spirit, do it. Don't go somewhere for your dreams to die, especially your 9 to 5. Go to 9 to 5, get your paycheck, but don't let that 9 to 5 kill your dream. Period. Get your money, because your 9 to 5 is going to be paying your bills, and it's going to start funding your business as well. Your 9 to 5 is to pay your bills, but your 5 to 9 is to fund your dreams. Okay, that's first and foremost. Keep on trucking. Period. Yeah. Please just don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on yourself, please. And you'll be surprised at how much smarter you will become just being in the space as a business owner. Because like I said, you have to expand your brain. You have to personally develop, man. I got 2 degrees. I have a bachelor's and a master's degree. And I've learned more as a business owner than the 55,000 or probably more now that I have in student loans. And all them years I spent getting those degrees. And I'm not saying do not go to school. I'm not saying that either. But had I, man, based on what I know now, some decisions would have been made a little bit different. But that was what I was geared to do by people who didn't even go to college. That's the crazy part about it. That's another thing, y'all. I told y'all last time, please stop listening to your broke family members. I don't care if they is your mama, your grandmama, your auntie. Please, if you cannot, and I need all y'all to hear this. If you cannot switch places with them, if you will not actually switch bank accounts with them, if you can't switch cars with them, do not listen to them. Yes. Please, if you will not go live in their neighborhood, because trust me, I got some people in my family, I would not live in their neighborhood. Okay.
Well, it almost seems like that. It seems like, because I'm sure you've ran into it. Because I've run into it where, I got to give you a shout out for that right there. Where, you have those friends or family like, you know what, I think you should do this. You know what I mean? I was watching this here and
no,
you're not in the trenches with me.
It's more of you shouldn't do that. Because you got to understand, people can only see their limitations. They can't see past it. And you looking on the horizon, they're looking at their limitations. And what they do is they're putting their limitations on you. Stop letting people do that. Stop it. Stop it today. Stop it now. Because especially even when I'm bringing in people to learn about one of my businesses, and they be so happy, but then they go talk to some negative Nancy.
Yes.
And they said I shouldn't do that, and you know what, I'm not gonna. And please stop it, please, because like I said, they're setting their limitations on you. Stop letting other people do that to you. Yeah. The only person you should be turning to for advice is God.
Oh, let me drop it again. Let me get a hand clap again.
And guess what? I can pray with you. Okay? I can pray with you. Because trust me, God wants you to be, he wants you to go after your dreams. He wants you to be a business owner. And let me tell you why. Now, y'all think I'm joking when I say that, and I'm not. And I put something on my Facebook. I've done it a few times because, and I'm going to tell you what it says. It says Satan does not like business owners. Why? Because you as a business owner, you are in the business of breaking generational curses. So who wants you to break those? God wants that for us. He wants that abundance and all that lifestyle and all that good stuff for us. Satan don't. So like I said, go after it, because abundance is your birthright.
Yes. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
And stop listening to the negative nannies or those, negative Nelsons, man. Just go ahead and just
I like
do it.
that negative Nelson.
Yeah, them negative Nelsons. Everybody, they just want to tell you how to run your business, man. Don't listen to me.
And it's very unfortunate, but we were raised limitedly. Like, we were raised just to be average. We're raised just to, like I said, people can't see past their limitations, and that's how their parents raised them. They didn't know how to expand their minds and all that stuff. So you grow up like that. You just on a conveyor belt, just of limitation. You gotta go. You gotta jump over that hurdle. Go beyond it. Keep going. And then the last little piece I would say to a young entrepreneur: seek out the mentorship. Seek out the professional to make sure you do it right the first time. You will save yourself money. You will save yourself time, and time is money. Okay. Like I said, I invested in myself, and to get somebody to help me with my setup with my business. And I didn't learn. Not only did I not learn shit, I had to go back and redo a whole bunch of stuff. And that's why I'm here to try to learn from my mistakes, man. Even down to properly structuring your business. Thank God I made up the name that I made, because if I would say Tyra Credit Repair, man, I would have been already shot myself in the foot before I even got off the ground. So seek out a professional to help you. Don't just go out there on your own, because you should always seek mentorship or something. But you could do a lot of things wrong, and seek out that professional so you don't waste that time, and time is money. So young entrepreneur, please get yourself the right professional.
Yeah, and spend a little bit of that money.
You have to
spend a little bit of that money.
There's no other way around.
If you got to hire someone to help you with your credit, spend that money. You got to hire someone to give you a little advice on starting your business. Yeah, spend that money. You know what I mean? Stop. The problem that I've seen to run into, especially with dealing with, you know, family and friends, they don't want to invest in their own business. And
not only that, they don't want to invest in you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure.
They don't.
Oh, for sure.
Because they don't want to invest in themselves. They damn sure don't want to invest in you, but they'll go invest in somebody else.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, listen, they want to jump on the train when the train is almost at the finish line. Then they want to jump on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But if you're starting your t-shirt line or your clothing line and you need advice, pay. If you got to pay somebody, pay somebody. Pay some, invest a couple of $100 here. Hell, you just spend about $100 just buying lunches for the month, or, you know what I mean, buying your bottle, your Hennessy or whatever. Mm-hmm. Invest in your business.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, but hey, that's why we got you here.
Yeah, because investing in your business, you are investing in yourself, your future, and your children's future, grandchildren as well. And that's how we got to plan. Like wealthy people plan for the next 100 years. They're planning for the next 3 generations. Poor people, and poor is a mindset, folks. Poor people are planning for Saturday night.
Oh, say it again.
Poor is a mindset. Poor people are planning for Saturday night, while wealthy people are planning for the next 3 generations and 100 years.
You know what, Tyra? I'm so mad that we can't do. Yo, time flew.
It didn't.
Time flew. All right, come on, drop some of that social media on our listeners, man, and our watchers, man, so that they know if I'm hired as a young lady, I need to know where she at.
Okay, I'm all over the place.
I need to stalk her.
You can stalk, because that's what you should do. That's due diligence, you know. You want to find me, you know, on Facebook. I'm Tyra Jacklene. On TikTok and Instagram, you can put in Tyra Jacklene or the Creditator. And I'll have to say, some of y'all old enough to know where I got the Creditator, right? That's right. That's right. And even on YouTube, if you type in Tyra Jacklene or keys to higher finances, my YouTube will come up as well. I'm there. I'm on Twitter. I think I'm on Twitter as the Creditator. I'm on LinkedIn as Tyra Jacklene. Also, my business, Belling Enterprises. You know, you can Google me. That's another thing, y'all. Your business has to be Googleable.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a chance.
Not Googleable, but Googleable.
I didn't even get a chance to really get into lender compliance like I wanted to, but yeah, we just time just flew by. But I guess that means I'm coming back.
You know what that means?
I guess that means I'm coming back.
Yes, you know what that means. Hey, listen, if y'all don't know, I'm trying to bring her a little segment on this JAWN.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Hold on, let me sneak up here.
I'm so mad you looked in the camera. Yo, he over here cutting up, y'all. When I tell y'all he over here cutting up,
you know what I mean?
Amanda.
Talking about that right now.
When I tell y'all he over here cutting up.
Nice little weekly segment at this JAWN Studios.
Yeah.
Helping you with your credit.
Yes.
So listen, before you go, you got anything in the works for us? Any up and coming live streams? You know, give us some jewels.
We're going to have an entrepreneur workshop in August. I got to get the exact dates for that. That's going to be in Northeast Philadelphia for you local folks. We also are going to stream. We're going to stream probably. I'm going to stream on my social media sites. We'll probably have a couple of Zooms going on. Every Monday, I'm also giving overviews with, with credit tips and doing overviews in our services and stuff like that, and how you can make some money. We can all make some money, right? Okay. That's every Monday at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm also going to start a business segment as well. Probably maybe bi-weekly. Every week probably is too much, but probably bi-weekly, dropping some of those business gems on y'all. Like I said, I want to save y'all some time and some money, because time is money. And look out in the Philly area. We gonna be doing some live events as well. Just getting the word out for financial education and financial literacy. Also have a financial literacy program for the kids. Like, y'all, we got a scholarship for the kids. The applications come out every December, guys. People love to come to me in March and say, "Oh, you still got the?" No, I told y'all January 31st is the deadline. It starts from December 1st to January 31st, man. And you don't even have to be a client of mine to qualify, man. The kids just got to go in and Go ahead and apply, and please stop letting y'all kids don't let it do it by itself. Do it with them, please. But yeah, so be looking for me around in the city. Also, I want to get into your schools. Okay, I want to bring financial literacy to your school. So if you are in the Philadelphia area, Jersey, Delaware, even, I'll do it. I'll come. Me and a couple of my business partners, we'll come in and give financial literacy to the kids. Also, if you're looking to be a homeowner, I also do first-time home buyer seminars as well. So if you're a realtor or if you're a mortgage lender, something like that, and you do first-time home buyer seminars or home buyer seminars, period, I'm here. I'll come in and do some credit education. I won't even specifically talk about any of my services. I'm just want to come and get the game. Because guess what? They need to come see me before they see you anyway. Y'all know how many realtors turn down, how much business they turn down because these people credit ain't right? You know how many hundreds of $1,000s they miss out on? Give your person to me. Let me get their credit right so I can get them right back to you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to lose them in the pipeline. Okay? Period.
And that's why